2%. These are the odds that the analysts at Project 538 gave the Miami Heat to make the 2019-2020 NBA Finals. Vegas gave the Heat 200 to 1 odds at the beginning of the year, and the most generous chance anyone gave this team was 60 to 1 to even make the NBA Finals. As you can see, no matter what website or sportsbook you found, not one could have predicted that in October of 2020, the Miami Heat would find themselves squaring off against the Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA Finals. This Miami Heat team featured a plethora of great players. Bam Adebayo, Goran Dragic, and sharpshooter Duncan Robinson had incredible years. Rookies Tyler Hero and Kendrick Nunn had major contributions from the get-go. Even several veterans, such as Jay Crowder and Kelly Olynyk, put in meaningful minutes to help this team win. But one man was the puzzle piece to it all: the newly acquired superstar Jimmy Butler. Butler averaged around 26 and 7 this year, but it wasn't his stats that were so impressive. Rather, it was his quintessential leadership and mentality that propelled this team to stardom. Fast forward to this current season, and you would expect more of the same, only something wasn't quite right. The Heat started off this year 6-12, which put them in the bottom 3 of the Eastern Conference standings. They were also bottom 3 in turnovers per game. They had one of the worst defensive ratings, and at one point, they lost as many as 5 games in a row. However, since January 28, the Heat have gone 15-6, boast a top 5 defense, and are sitting in the top 4 of the Eastern Conference rankings. So how are they able to scale the standings in the blink of an eye? The answer is simple: Jimmy Butler. Most of the Heat's struggles stem from the fact that Jimmy Butler missed 10 games in January due to COVID-19. And during this span, his team, as previously mentioned, suffered horribly, losing 13 of their first 20 games. Now, let's go over the reasons why Jimmy Butler has been crucial to the Heat's turnaround year. So as you may recall me saying earlier, the Heat had one of the worst defenses in the league to begin the season. And this was largely due in part to the fact that Jimmy Butler, who is their best on-ball and perimeter defender, was out with COVID. Butler so far this year leads the league in defensive box plus minus. In addition, the team's steal percentage and defensive rebounding percentage suffer drastically at any point when he is not on the floor. Butler also holds opponents to just under 40% shooting from the field, 39 to be exact, and he has led the Heat to the lowest opponent field goal percentage in the league during the time he has been back. He also leads the team in deflections and has contested the second most shots per game. So to put the icing on the cake, the Heat are holding teams to 6 less points per 100 possessions when Jimmy is playing. In other words, Jimmy Butler's defensive impact, according to the metrics, is one of the largest in the league.
23 of Atlanta's 38 shots have been from downtown. Butler off the spin, what a move!
The website which I mentioned in my intro was Project 538. This website has a metric called Raptor, and it has measured Jimmy Butler as the 3rd most effective player in the league. How so? For one, he has started taking much smarter shots. He has recently struggled in his career as a 3-point shooter, and so he has started to stray away from taking shots beyond the arc. And instead, Jimmy has become an absolute phenom finishing around the rim. He has also been taking many mid-range jumpers, which is a shot that he has grown comfortable with over the years. The Heat have also been a team who has struggled with turnovers very often. Jimmy Butler has came in since recovering from COVID with an impeccable assist-to-turnover ratio, and as one of the team's primary ball handlers, this has been of great importance.
4 minutes and really been productive for Phoenix. A big success story for them.
Butler with a line drive triple.
In addition, Jimmy Butler has also been taking on the workload for the Miami Heat. He's the team leader in points per game, steals per game, and assists per game, and he's also averaged the least fouls per game. To put it into simplest terms, as of March 16, 2021, the Heat have won 10 of their past 11 contests. In their past 6 games, JB has averaged nearly 29 points, 9 assists, 6 boards, and 2 steals on 55% shooting. Jimmy Butler has continuously been known to give this team a spark. He pulled them out of this ditch early on in the season, And with that dog mentality of his, the sky's the limit for his Miami Heat.